Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. A very good morning to you. Let us know where you're watching us from. 111 That is our SMS line. It just costs you a shilling to talk to us. Kwa SMS naona mtu anasema hi Mwikali, looking fabulous. Show iko Warugoro from Nyeri. And Mwikali looking stunning in red. I've really been enjoying the show. Keep up, my dear. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm Ibrahim. I'm tuned in from Laikipia. We are all over the country. Let us know where you're watching us from on social media as well. Switch TV KE. That's Instagram, Switch TV Kenya. That is definitely Facebook. Right now, we're talking to young entrepreneurs out there. If you're wondering the going ins and going outs of business, how to do proposals, and all of that, this conversation is for you. Let's run the bumper. Helping young people maneuver business. He's been an entrepreneur for maybe 33 years or so, maybe more. He is in studio today. He's a wellness coach and he's the CEO of Azima Wellness. Welcome to the show, Coach Maina Azimio.
Thank you very much,
and good to see you. It's been a couple of years. You still look good. You're still doing those things, working out and eating healthy.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
And I'm happy to.
Yes. I mean, you look very young. Ukiambia watu miaka yako hapa watastuka.
Let us not tell them that fast.
No, let's not do that.
Let's make money.
You've been in the entrepreneurial space for a very, very long time.
Yes.
And you stopped working or being employed at also a very young age as well. Something we're not seeing now. We're seeing many young people get into employment. And probably it's the system that we went to school in where we were told, enda soma degree andikwa kazi. And nobody was like, just soma degree fungua biashara yako. So even, how did you get into that space? Knowing that naeza kuwa nimeandikwa sawa. But, saying that I won't do this, I choose this over this.
Thank you very much, Mwikali. My own personal life was shaped by many things that happened when I was growing up.
Okay.
First and foremost was the discomfort at home.
Okay.
I was born and brought up in the rural setup in Murang'a. And we didn't have much. It was just soon after independence. People were trying to settle down, my parents. My father was working in the railways here in Nairobi. They were getting a salary of 325 per month.
Wow.
He lived with it in Nairobi here, and we were 6 of us at home, plus mom 7.
Yes.
And he has Nairobi, so he has 2 homes with 325 shillings.
Wait.
So money was a problem.
Yes.
So we were working hard as growing up to be able to supplement the income coming from my father's salary. And being at home, we were working hard, and we were being told that if you want to change from this style of life, work a BD, then your life will be better. I personally did. I'm the third born in the family, but I was somehow good in school. So in the books, I was reading them properly.
Yes.
So, and I was active. So along the way, when that is in 70s, when I was in school, because I went in class 1 in 72. Then around 75, it's the time we had the first World Women Conference in Mexico. My friend Wangari Maathai attended that conference. When she came back, she formed the Green Belt movement.
Yes.
And she started organizing ladies in the rural areas, coming to teach them how to plant trees.
Yes.
People were illiterate that time. So because they couldn't be able to read what communication she was sending to them, somehow God worked his way that ladies within our area, they trusted me to be the one who is reading and interpreting what the letter says.
Yes.
So the first time she came to launch the Green Belt movement in our area, they called their scribe, who is me.
Yes.
To be with Wangari, and to be meeting a professor was big that time in primary. So when we met, and I was mesmerized by Wangari, and I listened to her talk about environment and trees and what they do, I started opening up my space. So from that time, I started getting exposure to people who have different thoughts. And by the time I was finishing primary school and I went to secondary school, I had already started a business.
You had?
Yes.
What were you doing?
Our home is about 2 kilometers from the district hospital.
Yes.
So the nurses who were working in that hospital called Muri Rangers were staying within the area with their families.
Yes.
So we were supplying them milk.
Oh.
So one day, I remember it was during April holiday, I went to take milk. It was raining. April, there's normally wet season. So I went to take milk to one of the nurses. She had taken her children to the rural area. So she was the only person who was at the place of work in the hospital. But she was having some lady she was actually talking to in public health issues, how to take care of their children. Because it was raining, I asked and I was told where they are. So I went there and sat on the side. And I heard her telling them how pumpkin, pumpkin, that's fruit, how good it is for the children. We used to hate pumpkin with a passion. Kwetu nyumbani.
Malenge.
Yes, malenge. So my mom used to like cooking them. And they were growing wild at our place. So when I heard her talking about that, my baby mind told me now, as a meal here, you can actually have a way of eliminating all this malenge at home. And then you'll be eating something different.
Yes.
So when I heard what she was telling them, later when she came for the milk, I told her, do you know what, nurse? There's a lot of malenge kwetu. I can bring them, you give them to those ladies. Then she was, do you have them? Tomorrow when I bring milk, I'll come with it. So when I brought milk the following day, I came with one malenge and I gave it to her. And she told me they are very nutritious. So she started now telling the ladies where to get the malenge. And she told me to sell to them.
And that's how you got into business at a very young age.
Yes, I started understanding that if you have products, the next thing you need to do is to have people who need them.
Yes.
So a business person connects between the product and the consumer. So it started there. So I now started planting the malenge to increase them. Because I started seeing, here there is a good deal.
Yes.
And for me, that one was an opening point. And many things happened after that because my mind, when I went to secondary school, I didn't go far. I went to near secondary school. The teachers who were there, I remember there was one Muindi called Zachary, who was an Indian. Then there was a lady from Nyeri. They were staying in a house in the school. So they were buying their food.
Yes.
And I told them that we can be supplying them the items they need. They gave me the business.
As a student?
Yes. I was making money when I was a student.
Yes.
Then with that money, I bought a camera. And I became a photographer. And they were paying me to photograph. I said, I made money. And also I made a name. I was the only guy who was allowed to go to homes where the parents were very strict. To get girls there, you had to have a way to get there. But me, I was a photographer. And I was known. So I had access. So it was giving me both money and access. I became a different person. So generally, I had grown within the ambit of learning how to relate with the people.
Yes.
Because business is about people.
Yes, it is.
So when I went to Kakamega High School and I got there, many things have happened. I call it serendipity. Serendipity. So I'm the third born. Our firstborn is my sister. She got married in 1982 when I was going to Form 5. The brother-in-law had gone to Saudi Arabia, then he came during holiday when we had closed school. He came with very good branded t-shirts, Lee, Adidas, Nike, and jeans trousers.
Yes.
So very nice. Young people, we wanted to be identified with the brands.
Yes.
So he gave me those t-shirts that I went to Kakamega High School with them because I liked football. So for my A-levels, I chose to go to Kakamega High School, all the way the other side of of Kenya.
Okay.
So I went there. So I went with my t-shirts. The students who I was with, they used to borrow my t-shirts to take photographs.
Oh.
And they were
cool.
proud. Yes. Oh, they were very nice. Wearing a branded item. That time was cool. And sneakers. Adidas, Nike, Puma.
Yes.
Those was actually the fashion of those days.
So would you charge them?
Yeah. See now, for taking photographs, I was not charging them.
Yes.
But I came to see that the need, because during half term, I could not come from Kakamega all the way to Murang'a and back during half term. So we were staying in school. During half term, they were asking me to give them my t-shirts to go home with them.
Yes.
They go and shine.
And?
That one now told me, okay, so you can sell to these guys. And I told them that if you want, I can sell to you. I talked to my cousin in Nairobi. I told him he went to Gikomba, and he was able to know the bale that come with those branded t-shirts.
Yes.
The camera ones. So he was buying for me.
And then you sell in school.
Send them by Akamba. That time there was no personal services. By Akamba bus, I pick them at the station. Then I come to school and I sell.
With all this experience, ya biashara, Did you ever get employed, Azimio?
Yes, I did. During our time after college, we were being posted.
And how long did that last for you?
I did
were you still
on 8 years.
You did what?
8 years.
You've been employed for 8 years?
8 years, no.
The whole of your life?
Yes. And I quit.
What were you doing? Did you even enjoy it?
Yes, I did, because see, one thing, employment is important because I learned systems.
Okay.
You can hear that all the way I was doing business, I didn't have a mentor. I was just responding to a need. When I see a need,
yes,
I step in to fill the need.
Yeah.
So I didn't know about business structures.
Okay.
I am successful today because I learned structures in government. But when I was there, I started doing business in government, where I was. Wherever there are people, there's opportunities.
Yes.
Let me tell you one thing. The way my business came through is when computers came into the office space in early 90s. I was working in Kabete Vet Labs. My background is veterinary. So there was a room, like now the way you have studio here,
yes,
which was called computer room.
Yes.
There were 2 guys who knew about computers. They were the one running the computer activities.
Yes.
All the other departments who wanted anything to be done with a computer, they were sending the work there for those guys to do.
Yes.
One of them was my friend. So I used to get access to the
computer room.
Yes. So I went there one day and they were complaining that, there were those floppy disks. Those early days. So each computer had a different size.
Yes.
So the ones which were being bought by the people in procurement, because that's a different department,
yes,
were not fitting into what they want.
Yes.
So they were complaining. When I heard the complaint, I told them, what is the problem? I told me, these guys in the store, they don't understand these things. They bring the wrong things.
Yes.
I told them, can you give me a packet? I go to town. And I tried to look around and see if I could get them. I knew guys who were doing stationery.
Yes.
So I was given the packet. I went to town with it. Then I gave my friend, he didn't have them, but I told him, can you look for it? Once you get it, let me know. Challenge was, there were no mobile phones that time.
So you had to just keep going back to check.
Or he called the office and get the line. You see, he called twice when he got it, and the secretary in our office, he didn't think it's something serious.
Serious, yes. They didn't
tell you.
He
don't even remember so-and-so called.
Oh, no.
So I took about 2 weeks. When I got it and I went and picked it and I brought it,
yes,
the guys in the computer room were very excited.
Yes.
They took me to the store. You have been saying these things are not here. This person has got them, he's not a procurement officer. The guys in the store said, hiya, how did you get this? I told them, I know where to get them. They now gave me a bigger order so that they can have no expiry date. Let us see to make it.
Oh my God, I think that is brilliant. And maybe we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, maybe you can just tell us some of the mistakes that we are doing now when you look at the young people trying to get into the business space or being stuck or trying to have a side hustle that is not working out for them. We will be right back. If you have any questions, Coach Maina Azimio is going to be with us, so send them in 111 444 111. That is our SMS line. We will be right back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. A very good morning to you. We're talking about entrepreneurship and specifically to the young ones, the going ins and outs of that, doing proposals, finding funding. And we all want and need financial wellness. We want to get to a point where we are feeling okay with the decisions that we're making in terms of business. And I don't know what exactly it is. And maybe, Maina, you can tell us about that. What is it that we do wrong as young people who are getting into entrepreneurship?
Everything.
What are you talking about?
The problem we are having, you see,
yes,
I gave you the way I began.
Yes.
I was not making money.
No.
I was meeting a need.
Okay.
I was responding to a need about them, serving them, not me. Money is a reward that comes in.
Yes.
The biggest problem we are having today is the people getting into business, they go to it for money.
Isn't that supposed to be
the
idea? Naingia kwa biashara nitengeneze pesa.
Niliona
Coach Azimio ametengeneza.
It's a reward.
Okay.
For
and
service.
That's how we should think about it.
Yes.
Okay.
So always go to business to give value.
Okay.
Value. That you'll be rewarded for it. If you do something good, you'll be rewarded for it. So in the first place, the thinking need to change. And that's why you're getting very poor services in this country. Even conmanship. People are conning because it's all about money. So the moment you shift from going for money to giving a service, your world changes.
Okay.
And be rewarded for that. Then you'll have a bigger reason for working. Because again, look at it this way. You get to business because you want money. The money comes. A lot of it, by the way. If you do it right, a lot of money will come in. Then you'll have no reason to continue working because you have the money. You know me. You have even come to my place.
Yes.
I'm telling you, when I started business and it actually now got in the right way,
yes.
I was making more money than I could ever finish. You know, when I was working the 8 years, I used to get money once in 30 days.
Yes.
In 365 days, I was getting paid for only 12 times.
Yes.
365 days. But you spend money, like now, today, since you woke up, you have spent money several times. But your salary comes once in a month.
Yes.
So what normally happens that the moment you get your salary, you plan it for 30 days. By the time the next salary comes, you have depleted. The other one comes. You get that cycle. So when it comes, you spend, then the other one comes. But when you get to business, money comes so many times. You see?
Yes.
Because this customer is paying now, the other one is paying tomorrow, the other one is paying in the afternoon.
Yes.
So the rate at which the money is coming into your account is higher than you can spend. Then you also get very busy because this customer needs this, the one needs that, now need that. You don't even have time to spend. I used to get on Saturday, I put 50,000 in the pocket, and that time 50,000 was a lot of money. Then I look for my friends where they are. When I go, they happen. I just treat them. I was buying brand new cars, not second hand. I got it to Dobie, say I want this. Brand new. And Toyota Kenya. Money was coming, I couldn't finish. And even when I was building, I did grand things because money was there. You see? So mostly I could go to any holiday, to go any country. And the rate at which the money was coming in, because I was doing my business right, was more.
Yes.
Problem. I didn't know that there's another process that you invest. What you are making during your active life, you invest and have passive income.
Okay.
Nobody had ever told me that.
Oh, so you are fascinated by the money that is coming in at a very high rate.
Yes.
But we are not thinking about the future.
Yes.
Okay.
I was only thinking about showing off.
Yes.
Trappings.
Where are my friends?
Buying cars.
Yes.
Building big house. Wearing expensive. Going for holidays. Those were the things which were now satisfying me. I was actually living in an illusion because I had not discovered me. The first thing that you need to do for you to start growing is to discover your purpose.
Okay.
Why did God send you this way? What is your life about? And before you know what your life about is, you also chase money because a business also like a human being has a purpose.
Yes.
The moment you start now understanding realities in life, you start getting alignment. For me now to understand why I came this way, it's not just money and doing things. It took me time because that time we didn't have mentors. That's why I wake up early in the morning, I come here because I want the young people to avoid making the mistakes I made.
You did, yes.
I made. Because if I had a guide, I would be somewhat different. Look at it this way.
Okay.
And today, by the way, I have come with this book.
Rich
Robert
Dad, Poor Dad.
Yes. So this book, it was done in 1997.
Okay.
That is 24 years ago. He has explained everything about how you should relate with money. Most people have read it and they talk about it, but they don't practice what is here. I don't know what's wrong with us. They don't practice. I went to, when my children were growing up, now when I had money and many things were happening.
Yes.
My children were in private school.
Yes.
So I was told there's a guy called James Gitao of Peak Performance who trained students how to pass exams.
Yeah.
I paid for them to go there.
Allah.
But one day they went to Naivasha, they got late. I went to wait for my son to come in so that I can take him home because it was late. So when I was there, the guys there told me they train grown-ups. I said, what can you train me? Mimi, what is it? Then when Getao came and I asked him, he said, yes, you normally have programs for grown-ups. I didn't know that there are things that I can be trained.
Yes. Life is good.
2009, I went to one of the program.
Yes.
So when I did one, Unleash Your Potential, where you walk on fire.
On fire, yes.
Coal, that is burning.
Yes.
That gave me a hot brain shower. It's James who started connecting me with what we call destiny.
Okay.
He started connecting me with passive income.
Okay.
And freedom. You can be free. Your business can be continuing without you being there. That was a shocker to me, and I started reading. He's not actually who connected me to Kiyosaki. I had not known him. Warren Buffett, I had not known him. Tony Robbins, I had not known. He opened me into another new world.
Okay.
And I started reading. So what happened is that with that now, I started understanding that being successful in business is not being the business you are doing. It's having a business system, which is different from a business, working for you. And that's what Warren Buffett does.
Okay.
He only talks to his managers once a year and leave them to do the business. So him is free. So that is when I started understanding that business has 3 components.
Okay.
Your business must have a why. Why does it exist?
Business?
Why does it exist? Like now this media station.
Yes.
Why does it exist?
Yes.
It is not to make money for the owner. But then you don't be waking up very early to come here to make money for the owner. You know what you are doing, actually sending information and educating people and entertaining and all that. So the why. Then the what you do to achieve the why.
Okay.
Then the how it is done. These are things that are making most people fail because they don't have a why. They come to business for money. When you get that and you get that kind of money, I was telling you that I could do virtually anything. Anything that I wanted that time. But I was not investing for passive income.
No.
And for tomorrow.
Yes.
So before you collide with your destiny, with the realities of life,
yes,
you make very many mistakes. I want to tell our people that what you do, an entrepreneur study the society. He see the challenges that the society have. Come up with a solution. One thing that you need to do, you have to think, Mwikali.
Yes.
Kenyans don't like thinking. They fear thinking. That's why you see copying.
Yes.
When you open a business, like now, where I stay, there are so many car wash. We're even counting with my wife. Around, everybody is opening a car wash. Everybody thinks car wash is where money is because they see somebody doing that car wash.
Yes.
Salon. When you open a salon, everybody want to come to the salon. And they are doing the same services.
Yes.
Not unique services. So what is wrong? Look at the M-Pesa agents in town. Every corner. There are just too many.
Yes.
Now, we are not thinking because we are not solving any problem.
Okay.
If you study society, you see the challenges there are, think solution, be the solution to their problems, they'll pay you.
Okay.
And you'll be rewarded. So one of the things that we need to do is that we need to know how things work.
Yes.
How things work in the business world.
Okay.
How do they work? Most people keep on saying, like now when I succeeded and I found that my friends were not growing the way I was growing, and I wanted to be in the company,
yes,
I talked to them and told, you come guys, I show you business. There's money here. Come and I show you what I'm doing and you do. They were telling me that they do not have money, capital for business.
Which is a common thing that most young people will say.
Yes.
They'll have grand ideas and be like, I can't do this because I don't have the capital.
That is an excuse, not a reason. An excuse that is coached like a reason, but it is an excuse.
Not
and this
a
is
reason.
why. This is why. In the world today, Mwikali, I'm sure at your age you have imported something from abroad.
Yeah.
Even if a car, what. What you do is that you get a pro forma invoice, you pay, then wait.
Yes.
So the truth is, business of a good idea does not require money for it to thrive. Uongo baya. Nowadays you have got what we call Lipa na M-Pesa. I have a pay bill number. People send money to me first. When you want what I am selling, you pay me first. Then I will use that money to buy the goods and send them to you.
Yeah.
So people do what is called prepayment. You prepare. The way you prepare for a car in Japan.
Yes.
You pay first, then you wait. If you want anything from India or from China or from Germany, there's what they call lead time. You'll order, they give you a pro forma, you transfer the money, then they give you a number of weeks for them to produce. The goods are not even in the store. They will start producing your order. Prepayment.
Yes.
So we call that other people's money, OPM. So they use your money to make your goods for you. So the only thing you need to do is to come up with an idea, create a system, then brand it. People identify with it. Then trust. Trust, because again, you cannot send money and wait for goods if you don't trust the person you're selling to.
That's true.
So there's a lot that is happening in this space. Then, apart from that, I can tell you that Mwikali, the generation you have today, they are the luckiest people ever.
Why so?
To exist. Because everything is available for them free.
Okay.
Everything. You see, like right now, money is not in buildings. Money is in the internet.
That's true.
Look at it. Internet. From Facebook is free. They don't charge you to open an account. They don't even ask you any question. Unaingia tu unaweka account yako. Instagram. And you put your shop there. So there's no goodwill, there's no electricity, there's no nothing.
There's no rent.
Sure. Go to YouTube. YouTube have YouTube tutorials will show you how to do anything that you want to do in our space, the digital space. Twitter, they don't charge you anything. The reason why people are not doing these things, I'm defeated. Completely.
You know, that reminds me of you and your floppy disk story.
Yeah.
And you had to come to town several times to just find that.
And
there
I
was
did.
no phone.
Yes. I did it. Physically. By the way,
Are
even
you saying that we are lazy, Coach?
yes, as to think. You don't think. You only circulate blocks of ignorance. And you pretend that you are thinkers. That's not thinking. You must think solution. You see, like now,
Yes.
those was floppy disk. Let me flash back.
Yes.
When we were still in school, that was 90s. That's the time Kamlesh Patil came.
Yes.
And our economy went on a hyperinflation. So then the donors stopped giving aid. The way things were working during Moi's time was that the government was buying all the inputs for agriculture.
Yes.
I was in veterinary. So the goods were coming from Germany. Then they were being taken to the districts. Then the farmers get them from the district headquarters, from the veterinary officers there. When the flow was disconnected, people in the rural areas could not get the items they used to get from government support. Now, they started now haggling. Where do we get this? Where do we get this? Some of the ones who are aware, they were coming all the way to Kabete, where we were, to look for those items. I saw one mzee from Wasingishu. He had come to look for an item that they could not get those sides.
Yes.
The officers there in the district, veterinary office told them, we don't have them. We asked from Kabete, they don't bring. So he thought that he could come to where they come from and get it for himself. But we didn't have.
Okay.
Another one came from Taveta, all the way from Taveta. I looked at those dejected faces and I said, no, surely I should do something to solve this problem.
Okay.
I was driven by their plight,
Yes.
not the money.
Yes.
During that time, we used to get scholarships to go to Germany. I went to the store and I was told that these goods were coming from a company called Henkesas in Germany. And they stopped bringing them because there was a problem between the trade relation within Kenya and Germany. So now what I did is that I say, okay, my friend who had got a scholarship in Germany, why don't I write to him and ask him to look for that company, because I was given the company by the person in the store.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm thinking about the farmer from Wasingishu
And Taita Taveta. Yes.
So I wrote to him. That time there was no email. Unaandika barua kwa bahasha. Post office.
Itafika lini?
2 weeks to get to Germany. Then for him to get it and write back, another 2 weeks. So communication 1 month. Even just to start getting installation. Then that company was in southern Germany, a town called Tuttlingen. My friend was in Dusseldorf in the northern Germany. So going there, he had to have 1 week off for him to be able to travel. And he was in school. So he took another 1 month before he could get time to go to the company. When he went there and told them and gave them my request, they were very happy because they want to sell their goods, but the chain of the business that they had was disconnected. So they said yes. So he told me, yes, you can do this. Then it was during foreign currency controls. When you come to the airport, you surrender all the money that you have, then you're given Kenya shilling. You could not have foreign currency. Their country, like Ethiopia, they are still in the same level. They have not liberalized the economy. So what they were doing when they want to send money to their families at home, they were sending money, but their families could not be given Dustimark. That was Dustimark before Euro. They were getting Kenya shilling. Then I told my friend, when you want to send something to Kenya, tell me, if I want you to buy something from Germany, you buy from me with Dustimark, send it to Nairobi, then I give your wife or your relatives Kenya shilling.
Yes.
We started that line. So now I was telling farmers, tell me what you want.
And then
I sent to him.
Provide
He
that
buy,
for them.
then send to me.
You see,
Then I
what I'm
provide.
picking up from this as well as we come to the end of this conversation is that networking is key.
Very.
Even for us, you had connections of people who were not even in the country at that time.
But these are my colleagues. You know,
Yes.
it is thinking, connections are everywhere, wherever you are. But if you're not having that gear, you're not engaging the gear to get things happening,
Yes.
they will not happen. So what I would tell the youth that, where you are, the people, but Kikuyu, there's a saying, they say, watu ndio mali. It translates to say, watu ndio mali. People are wealth.
Yes.
Because people are the consumers of services. And business is nothing more but services. You see, like now, Samsung make these gadgets.
Yeah.
They come all the way, and we are their customers. So what they do is that when they sit in their research departments, they think, what sector of society do we want to serve? What are their needs?
Yeah.
What is their economic capacity to purchase what they need? Then they make gadgets which are within the affordability. Look at it this way. Apple. And Apple, they sell the most expensive gadgets. They have never lowered their items, and they don't compete with Oppo and Huawei and those lower. They sell to a niche market.
Yes.
They sell the most expensive gadget, but they also make the highest profit of all companies in the world. Highest profit. Selling expensive. I was reading the newspaper last week, they were saying the company which sold the which made the highest profits in the car company which made the highest profit last year, 2020, was Lamborghini. Can you imagine? Lamborghini. They sell the most expensive cars. Like in Nairobi, I don't even know if we have Lamborghini and how many there are. I've seen them outside.
We have a Tesla.
Yes. Now, you can see, when you want to get into business,
yes,
first and foremost is your thinking. Identify a need. Look at how many people need that product.
Okay.
Sustainability. Then structures. You must get proper structures for running that business. 2015, we changed from MDGs, Millennium Development Goals, and we went to SDGs.
Yes.
SDGs, the keyword is sustainable.
Yes.
Sustainability.
Yes.
I can tell you this, I'm now telling people that most of the businesses in Nairobi and most other countries, they all need to be closed. Closed. Because they are not businesses, by the way. They are taking money away. Most of the businesses have gone because I help people to do business restructuring. Yes. I help you to reimagine your business because you got there to make money.
Yeah.
Or desperation, you didn't have work, or your salary was not enough, side hustle. So it's all about money. You just want to increase your income so that you can live a better life.
Yes.
You did not have a goal. There was no purpose. It was not value. It was just to increase money. For that to succeed, we'll evaluate it and reimagine it. Okay. Then re-engineer. When I go, I find that most businesses, by the way, they are like a child. You know, when you bring a child, they spend your money. It's an extra a consumer. Most businesses are consuming the money that the owners are making where they work, because the income, the profit they make is less than the overheads. Okay. So it needs to be closed, then re-engineered. Okay. This is one area that Kenyans don't know.
And this is what you do.
Yes. And I can say this. Yeah. I don't blame the youth. Or even the people who have been working but they are doing business the wrong way. Yes. It's because they have not been taught. We were not shown how to do business, by the way. Yeah. Hatu kufundishwa.
Tuliambiwa usome uende uandikwe kazi.
Kuandikwa. Kuandikwa na kufanya biashara iko tofauti. Now the problem is using the mind ya kuandikwa mfanye kazi in business. They don't work.
Na iwezi.
They don't work.
Nina swali moja hapa kwako kocha, masaa yetu imeisha. Maybe he Magdalene ana watch from Kisumu. Anasema the show is little. What do you say about investments in online marketing? Maybe you can quickly answer that before we go on a break.
You see, by the way, marketing is one of the sectors in business. There's nothing that has changed in the online and what we are doing and what we are doing manually and physically. It's only the style. I'm telling people now, everything is actually going online. 2015, when Matiang'i was the Minister of Information, he did very good. Wakati TV zilizimwa. Na alisema zimeni tu, lakini we are going digital. Yes. We went digital that area. Yes. Everything is following and going digital. Okay. The digital marketing is very good. And by the way, that's the way to go. Okay. It has got so many opportunities, so many. And what I'm liking with the digital space is that you do not need to move out of your house. You just need a laptop. Business. You just need a laptop or a smartphone. Then you have the thinking mind. Yes. You have Bados, and you're doing business. And personally, I have got so many businesses I'm generating that are done online.
Coach, watu wakupate aje? Masaa yetu akimeenda kabisa. We need to take a break. And we needed like an hour to sit down and just have this conversation. I know, but how can people, with all the questions that are coming in, how can they direct them to you?
I'm on Facebook, Maina Azimio. I'm also on a website. My company is called Azima Wellness Consultants, but I did not introduce myself properly. So I run several companies, but the key one is Azima Wellness Consultants. So I consult business. Okay. So anybody who has got wellness issue, and wellness is huge, by the way. It's not just about any health. Yes. We do health, we do mental, we do financial, because money is the enabler. We do emotions. Okay. So if you go to Maina Azimio on Facebook page, you will be able to get connected to wellness and all the other areas that we are doing, and you see what we do.
Coach, you need to go. Asante sana kukuja. It was nice reconnecting again after so many years.
Thank you.
We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. This is Full Circle with Mwikali.